Rajasthan Royals versus Chennai Super Kings. Exciting match expected there. But if you are thinking to make a fantasy team, then we have Karthik Iyer, analyst from Fantasy Gully, and he's there with all his tips. First of all, 10 days into the season, what has surprised or shocked you the most?
I'll go with the word surprise, and that's bowlers giving us so many points, fantasy points. And that too, fast bowlers giving more than spinners. I'm just wondering whether are we playing in India or are we playing outside India in South Africa or Australia? That's the biggest talking point.
Of course, let's talk about these two teams now, Rajasthan and Chennai. Of course, both have had two matches in the season. Today, we'll be witnessing the M&M show, which is the Morris and Miller show. So if we can have head-to-head comparison.
Yeah, it depends on how Rajasthan uses them, because what we are seeing is Miller is batting in the top 4 or top 5 and Morris is coming in at number 8 or number 9. This is primarily regarding their batting. We all saw what Miller and Morris did the other night. But that doesn't mean that you use them only as pinch hitters or just as sloggers. So if you look at the strike rates in over 17 to 20, Miller has a strike rate in excess of 185. While Morris has a strike rate close to 180. So you can see the destructive damage that these two can do. But Rajasthan need to have Morris bat up the order. So ideally Miller at 5, Morris at 6, your middle order is sorted.
More the merrier, we say, but sometimes that doesn't work. So we have a lot of all-rounders playing tonight. Tough choice there. I mean, how does one really pick?
There are so many options. How sometimes you wish that I could pick 11 all-rounders in your team, but that doesn't happen. A team is not formed that way. So yes, your top 3 all-rounder picks, definitely Chris Morris is one of those. 2 more I would like to suggest is Moeen Ali and Sam Curran. Moeen Ali has been doing phenomenally well, giving you a Fantasy Gully rating of 9.1. He's delivering both bat and ball, and Sam Curran also the same. However, there is one more all-rounder which I would like to spoil you with choice, and that's Ravindra Jadeja. He was exhilarating in the field the other night, and I just have a feeling that he's slowly coming back to form. So all the best.
Of course, now talking about IPL is such a fast-paced tournament and T20 again. So that X factor is very crucial here. Are there any X factor picks for you?
Yeah, so there are plenty of X factor picks as well along with the all-rounders in this particular match. Definition of X factor: on that day, that player can give you high points, but he could also not give you points as well. Sanju Samson is one such player. One day we saw against Punjab what he did, almost won the game for Rajasthan. The other day, bust. So hopefully he delivers well. The other X factor for Rajasthan is Riyan Parag, but he is an X factor more because of his utilization or underutilization by Rajasthan. He can give you points with the ball. He can give you points with the bat. Last season, we saw he single-handedly won a game for Rajasthan. Please utilize him well. Moving to Chennai, Ruturaj Gaikwad has a high X factor simply because he's not quite delivered well as per his potential. Last 3 matches in IPL 2020, he got 3 Man of the Match awards on the bounce. So watch out for him. The other surprising X factor pick, yes, surprising for me, is Deepak Chahar, because normally you associate consistency with Deepak Chahar. But what has happened is in his last 8 IPL matches, first 4 matches, he has taken 6 wickets. And in the next 4 matches, he has taken 4 wickets. So what's wrong in that? The problem is in those next 4 matches, the 4 wickets have come in 1 match alone, and that was the last one. So that is why his X factor is very high. But if he does well, you can expect Chennai's fortunes to go up like this.
Great. Now, most of these teams are being led by great captains, and I'm sure we have too many options and names there as well. What are your picks for, let's say, best captain, and give us best vice captain also?
Well, best captain has to be Moeen Ali because his consistency, Fantasy Gully rating of 9.1. And vice captain, after talking so much about Chris Morris, I'll nominate him as my vice captain. But if you're a person who's a safe player, who wants to invest in a player who gives you consistent returns, and I would suggest make Faf du Plessis as your captain, simply because in 8 out of 10 matches, he will definitely give you points. And in terms of vice captain, please go for Jos Buttler as well, or consider Jos Buttler as well. In his last 5 innings against Chennai, he has got 2 half centuries. So loads of fantasy points in his stake as well.
Thank you so much, Karthik. It was lovely talking to you. Chennai Super Kings versus Rajasthan Royals is what we're going to witness tonight. But exciting match there because both are at par when it comes to tally. But definitely Chennai has a better net run rate. Hence, they are above Rajasthan Royals. Let's see which team wins this match tonight. Thank you so very much. Keep watching this special segment brought to you by Fantasy Gully and NDTV.